Welcome again, friends. This video is in continuation with the series of famous quotations and lines. Let's start. To define is to limit. This line is written by Oscar Wilde in his novel The Picture of Dorian Gray, published in 1890. We are all in the gutters, but some of us are looking at the stars. This line is written by Oscar Wilde in his play Lady Windermere's Fan, published in 1892. 6 months ago, I had never been to England, and certainly I had never sounded the depths of an English heart. I had known the shallows. This line is written by Ford Madox Ford in his novel The Good Soldier, published in 1915. The subtitle of this novel is A Tale of Passion. The whole mad whirl of everything that was to come began then. This line is written by Jack Kerouac, an American writer, in his novel On the Road, published in 1957. Most of life is so dull that there is nothing to be said about it, and the books and talk that would describe it as interesting are obliged to exaggerate in the hope of justifying their own existence. This line is written by E. M. Forster in his novel A Passage to India, published in 1924. That is the one unforgettable sin in any society. Be different and be damned. This line is written by Margaret Mitchell in the novel Gone with the Wind, published in 1936. In his Petersburg world, all people were divided into two completely opposite sorts. One was the inferior sort, the banal, stupid, and above all, ridiculous people who believed that one husband should live with one wife whom he has married in a church, that a girl should be innocent, a woman modest, a man manly, temperate, and firm, that one should raise children, earn one's bread, pay one's debts, and other such stupids. This was an old-fashioned and ridiculous sort of people. But there was another sort of people, the real ones, to which they all belonged, and for whom one had above all to be elegant, handsome, magnanimous, bold, gay, to give oneself to every passion without blushing and laugh at everything else. This passage is taken from Anna Karenina, a novel by Leo Tolstoy. Anna Karenina was published in book form in 1878. Beforehand, it was serialized in the magazine. I prefer unlucky things. Luck is vulgar. Who wants what luck would bring? I don't. This line is written by D.H. Lawrence in his novel Women in Love, published in 1920. Human speech is like a cracked kettle on which we tap crude rhythms for bears to dance to, while we long to make music that will melt the stars. This line is written by Gustave Flaubert in his novel Madame Bovary, published in 1856. The subtitle of Madame Bovary is Provincial Manners. They looked at each other, baffled in love and hate. This line is written by William Golding in his novel Lord of the Flies, published in 1954. I never liked to hurt, you know. There was always the danger of having a horse fall on you. This line is taken from Ernest Hemingway's novel The Sun Also Rises, published in 1926. Begin at the beginning, the king said gravely, and go on till you come to the end. Then stop. This line is taken from Lewis Carroll's Alice's Adventure in Wonderland. And this Alice's Adventure in Wonderland was published in 1865. Next, I do suspect that he is not really necessary to my happiness. This line is written by Jane Austen in her novel Emma, published in 1815. You cannot breathe dead hippo waking, sleeping, and eating, and at the same time keep your precarious grief on existence. This line is written by Joseph Conrad in his novel Heart of Darkness, published in 1902. Actually, it was a novella. Time, which sees all things, has found you out. This line is written by Sophocles in his drama, in his tragedy, Oedipus the King, or Oedipus Rex, or Oedipus Tyrannus, published in 1429 BC. Next, they were women who idealized their children, worshipped their husbands, and esteemed it a holy privilege to efface themselves as individuals and grow wings as ministering angels. This line is written by Kate Chopin, an American writer. This line is taken from a novel. The name of the novel is The Awakening, published in 1899. I don't exactly know what I mean by that, but I mean it. This line is written by J.D. Salinger in the book The Catcher in the Rye, published in 1951. It was curious to think that the sky was the same for everybody in Eurasia or Eustacia as well as here. And the people under the sky were also very much the same everywhere, all over the world. Hundreds or thousands of miles of people just like this. People ignorant of one another's existence, held apart by walls of hatred and lies. And yet, almost exactly the same. People who had never learned to think, but who were storing up in their hearts and bellies and muscles the power that would one day overturn the world. This line is written by George Orwell in his dystopian novel 1984, published in 1949. Everybody's asking that what we come into. Seems to me we don't never come to nothing, always on the way. This line is written by John Steinbeck in The Grapes of Wrath, published in 1939. Like so many Americans, she was trying to construct a life that made sense from things she found in gift hopes. This line is written by Kurt Vonnegut in Slaughterhouse-Five, published in 1969. The subtitle of the Slaughterhouse-Five is The Children's Crusade. Beware, for I am fearless and therefore powerful. The line is written by Mary Shelley in Frankenstein, published in 1818. The subtitle of the Frankenstein is The Modern Prometheus. And they beat the women for having known them and no more, no more. The children for having been them but never again. They killed a boss so often and so completely they had to bring him back to life, to pulp him one more time. Tasting hot milk cake among pine trees, they beat it away. Singing love songs to Mr. Death, they smashed his head. More than the rest, they killed the flyer whom folks called life for leading them on. This line is taken from Toni Morrison's novel Beloved, published in 1987. Toni Morrison was an American writer. Thank you. Hope to see you in the next video.